really helped me. And to tell you a little bit about why I got involved in NAHU and the benefits of it for you from a monetary perspective versus kind of the pie in the sky perspective is what we're talking about now. With NAHU, Danielle Kunkel Roberts had talked one time about how getting involved in it really helped her from a referral perspective. So there was a lot of group health people in there that didn't do Medicare. She got involved in it years and years ago. And I took that to heart and said, well, I'm going to get involved. So I got to look it up. And Mississippi, has the chapter. They do a lot of local, regional, state specific chapters. And when I went to join, the nearest meeting to us was 3.5 hours away. So I joined NAHU, and Paige Phillips in Alabama, who's very involved and is a Medicare agent, recommended to Dennis Mobley, who was the president of the Mississippi Association of Health Underwriters, Mississippi chapter of NAHU, that he should have me speak at one of their events. So I go down and speak 3.5 hours away, took some of my team, and I have some agents in that area in Jackson. So I was encouraging them to join so that they could get, in there from a networking perspective. So we go down and, they immediately after I speak started asking me to get involved in the board. And I said, I agreed to do the vice president of the Mississippi Association of Health Underwriters. Still couldn't get super involved because I'm 3.5 hours away. So what happened after that, though, is because I'm the VP, they wanted me to come to the Capitol Conference. And I was like, okay, well, guess what? I've been a lot of places, but I've never really spent any time in DC. So I was excited from that front and took my family up there and got to see a lot of that. But going to Capitol Conference was eye-opening because I saw a path to grabbing the ear of the people that had the power to affect change. Being able to create those relationships, have our own lobbyists, because as much as I don't like lobbyists, if they're going to exist, I'd rather them work for my causes than against them. So we get up there, we find out there's lobbying firms that are attached to NAHU. The problem with NAHU right now is that it is predominantly group health focused. And that's not because it's a group health organization. It's because group health agents have been around longer, and those agencies got involved, in the 80s. Some of these agencies got involved in the 70s and 80s with NAHU. It's been around for a long time. But we're in a pivot point where there's many more Medicare agents. We're just not as organized. So, my goal is to get people in NAHU, even if they can't get super involved in their local chapter, and then getting them to go to Capitol Conference so they can see it. And I want that room to be 50% Medicare and individual health focused agents next year, because with our numbers, if we can, I hate to use the word infiltrate. I'm sure NAHU would hate that. Chris Schottmeyer told me not to use the word infiltrate, but it's a good word. I want to infiltrate NAHU's, ranks with Medicare agents so that we can have a voice. And they also have a thing called HUPAC, the Health Underwriters Political Action Committee. And that political action committee is really where you can get some power in influencing policy. And right now, group health is great, but they don't always understand the things that we understand. They don't always have the same allied goals as we do. And while I love all these group health guys, I really want to get our individual health people there. So that's important to me right now. It's something that I'm trying to advocate for. And so I want to take the time to give you guys some pie in the sky goals to get you in there so that we can lead the conversation from the point of being extremely knowledgeable of the issues that our industry faces. I was talking to somebody on YouTube this morning. They're talking about direct mail response rates are down to 1%. Well, all marketing response is down, which is why these call centers resort to some really tacky marketing practices to increase their ability to get the least of these people, that's my Bible quote for the day, the least of these, they get these people that are just not able to really discern quality from not quality information on the phone, get Pakistani call centers, getting them on the phone and transferring them over, and then trying to just play plan swap. And we're completely against that. And so I hope that I can encourage you guys to get involved and just understand that, NAHU, I believe, as a membership, it's about somewhere like $35 a month or something like that. That money really does go to support the infrastructure of NAHU, to support the infrastructure of HUPAC. We are trying to, and we're working with Eugene Starks, who's the president of NAHU. He is a group health guy. And we're working with Danielle and Mike Smith, who's the president of the brokerage, working with a lot of these guys to create a virtual national Medicare agent chapter that, by virtue of being involved in any chapter already, you can have membership of, or someone could potentially just join the virtual chapter. That way we could focus on it. But remember, joining isn't enough. I really think, you guys have to get to CapitalCon, because you get up to CapitalCon and then you're a member, we can change the voice of the organization. I think there's already quite a few individual health members that just don't participate at the same rate that the group health members do, because they haven't seen the value of it. And I remember I was posting stuff. I went to Capital Conference. All these people were like, "What's Capital Conference?" Well, it's not very advertised, but it's where we can affect change the most, I believe. Stopping the crazy.
Time to train like a guru. GoGuru University is an ever-expanding, cutting-edge, interactive training platform with live weekly coaching calls constructed to train agents efficiently and compliantly. GoGuru University offers a library of training modules explaining Medicare A to Z, face-to-face and telesales training, SEO and other marketing, and much more. Visit goguru.university to schedule your one-on-one demo today.